Hello to one of you comic book readers out there. I'm Mike from Frontline, and welcome to my comic review. It's another week for DC Rebirth titles that are coming out, and as you can see from the title, I'll be reviewing the DC comic book of the Hellblazer, issue number 1. And I thought of giving this comic book a try because I did read the Hellblazer Rebirth one-shot, which I already reviewed. And I did read about John Constantine when he was in Justice League Dark, in the New 52, and his solo book, which was, so I thought of giving this book a try. And also, since this is the issue number 1, I'll say the writer and the artist of who wrote and drew this book. The writer is by Simon Oliver, and the artist is by Montauk. And also, before I get into this book, which is called The Poison Truth Part 1, there will be spoilers in this comic book because it was just released today. So if you have not read this book, put this video in your watch later folder, get the comic book, read it, and then you come back to hear my thoughts. But if you want spoilers, then stay here and watch this video. So you have been warned. So there will be spoilers. Here we go. So it starts off with two characters of Marid and Adnan who are arguing about stuff, and things get a little bit too out of hand. And it talks about this thing called the War to End All Wars, of why all this is happening. And then we get to see our good old friend John Constantine, who is also talking with Chas. And there seems to be a mission that they're going to be doing. Here's some artwork I want to show you guys. Artwork's a little bit sketchy, but I think it looks pretty good. And it's about this person named Superfly Dixon, and John Constantine knows about these people. He knows almost everybody. And as we all probably figured out, that if it's going to be a John Constantine book, what would it be without Swamp Thing? And Swamp Thing comes saying, I'm here to collect because you owe me a favor. And John Constantine talks about, what it was. So what Swamp Thing asks for John Constantine is about Abby. Like saying to, wonder where she is because she's gone. And he's just worried that she's, not in the rot because she doesn't want her to be in the rot. And there's just like a lot of stuff trying to say that there was no trace of her. And it's really affecting Swamp Thing, so he wants John Constantine to help him. And then we get the character who we saw from the one-shot, Mercury, who was working with John Constantine. And then she's like saying, you got some nerve coming here, all this thing that you put me through as a kid and everything. And she really does not like him. She hates his guts, like, more than anything. And but here's the thing that actually got me to, like, say, this is kind of weird. When Mercury sees Swamp Thing, she actually has a connection to him. Like, literally, like, growing close to him. And John Constantine's trying to say, about trying to help out. Like, she's just saying, you, John Constantine, can get in that cab and just go back to London. And he was, he really felt bad about this, because, I think he had, like, a little bit of, trying to say, like, how could she do this to me and everything. And it really, really affects him. And I felt really bad for him there. So, it goes back to now Madrid and Adnan, in the present day now, because now they grew a little bit older. And it seems like what's happening at the end of this comic book is this character saying, humans don't need guidance, they don't need our help, they are strong hand, and that hand is us. And then when this happened, that can be good. And that is to be continued in the next issue. Now, I'm going to say this though, and I'm going to be honest. Reading this comic book, I kind of felt this was a little bit dialogue heavy. I did leave out a few points of the book because I want you guys, parts of the book, because I want you guys to definitely read and check it out for yourself. Because I didn't want to say what the whole book was from every page. But I thought it was a good issue, though, just to see, Swamp Thing back, and then the whole thing of what's going on with Mercury, and then the mission that he's doing. To be honest, the rating I would give this, I would say, just for dialogue heavy, just 3.5 out of 5 stars. I mean, the issue was good, don't get me wrong, and the artwork was good as well. I just felt that it was a little bit dialogue heavy. I mean, I hope it's not going to be like that in the other issues, because, it'll kind of make me want to read it over again, and, and usually it takes like once or twice to read the book, but it's still a good issue. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, whether to get or not get the book. I mean, if you're a John Constantine fan, then you will, and if not, then you won't. But it's up to you guys if you want to pick up this comic book at a comic store near you. But I will definitely pick up the next issue to see what happens from there. So with that, everybody, that's my comic review of the Hellblazer, issue number 1. Before I go, don't forget to check out comicfine.com, zonewallpodcast.com, and our YouTube gaming channel, Frontline Gaming Zone, the #1 source for comic and game-related news, reviews, and a whole bunch more. Leave the comments in the comment section about what you thought of this book, likes, dislikes, or anything you have to say about this book. Do you have the same thoughts as me? And do you have different thoughts than me? Let me know in the comments. I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. And as always, do not forget to click that subscribe button, because we have videos uploaded daily, as well as each week of the DC Rebirth comic books from all of us here at Comic Frontline. To all your comic book readers out there, Mike from Comic Frontline saying take care and keep watching. Hey everybody.